Again, we're out on the dirty, wintry lanes here, having a think. I have a question for you, folks. A simple question. Who would you say is the real conspiracy theorist, yeah? Is it me that for years has done often 7 hours research every day, typing things up, cross-referencing things, cataloguing this stuff, producing booklets and videos on the stuff, folks? Or is it someone that gets all their facts off Google, or the BBC, or ITV, or CNN, or the radio, or the fucking newspapers, folks? Have a think about that. Have a think about who the real conspiracy nut is, because I've got neighbours here now that still tell me that I've got it all wrong about these injections that they are constantly going for, car sharing, and all going for, and then getting ill afterwards and saying it's part and parcel of the fucking procedure. It's the risk you fucking take. But at least it's saving their lives, despite the fact that they're all fucking ill. Half of them have dropped bastard dead, etc. Suffering from cancers, heart problems, the pericarditis, myocarditis, and a mixture of the two, the myocarditis, folks. Curb the passion, I was told by one neighbour, curb the passion. And I said, what passion's that? Well, the way you talk to us, the way you shout at us. And I have to explain that is not 1 ounce of fucking passion. It's anger. It's anger at their stupidity, their reluctance to just do the simple research and look at what's in these fucking things. To demand their insert. Well, doctor knows best. No, doctor doesn't. Doctor hasn't a clue. He asked them to go, and before they have these injections, if they're not going to ask for the insert, then ask your doctor what's in them. Ask your doctor if he can name any of the constituent parts in these things and the side effects or the adverse reactions from off of them, and your doctor won't have a clue. Doctor knows best. Doctor has no idea. Seriously, folks. And, I'm a conspiracy nut. And I didn't sleep too well last night. I never do. So just after 4 a.m. this morning, I'm up with the dogs and doing research, whilst at the same time listening to new information that's coming in, researching stuff from things like gov.uk here in the UK, the National Institute for Health, NHS, all the rest of it, folks. And trying to find out the latest updates on things like the COVID injections and the flu injections and all the rest of it. The problems with them. Debbie gets up this morning about 8:30. Right, I'm just going to have to pause the video. There's a track vehicle coming. Right, it's gone. It's stopped down there. And I'm sat there listening to some latest information from a world expert on the contents of these things to do with canine, bovine, equine, monkey cells, human fetal kidney cells, yeah, that are in these injections, folks, these injectables. And you can find all this information out if you just go on gov.uk and look through their vaccine information. It's all on there if you look. And you don't have to look too deep to find it, folks. And Debbie says to me, aren't you sick to the back teeth of every day of your life, when you get up, before you go to bed, and in between, listening to this shit? And I said to her, yeah, of course I am. And I had about 10 seconds of silence looking at the fucking floor before I turned to her with fucking tears in my eyes. And I said to her, Debbie, I hate it. I fucking hate it. I always have. I never intended doing any of this. But if I don't look at it, and I don't listen to it, and I don't catalogue it, then those yet to come that are not yet fucking born are never going to know what happened. They're never going to know what adverse reactions they're actually living through. And she wasn't dissing what I'm doing, but she was just basically questioning, is it time that my loyalties to this nonsense perhaps wane a little? And I said to her, I'd love to stop, Debbie, but as long as this information keeps coming through, someone's got to capture it. Someone's got to do something about it. On people in the future are never going to know. They're never going to know what happened or what changed the way they should be fucking living. And I look back constantly on what they call history, folks. And if we had these Egyptian societies, these Roman and Saxon societies, and these Tartarian societies, etc., then how they lived was probably a lot better, especially when you look at Tartaria, folks. Some of the fucking skills that they had, we've lost, they've gone, they've been taken from us. We've not lost them, but they're hidden from us, still there somewhere in some fucking archives. And that's all I'm trying to do, is to just catalogue as much as possible, like this shit up in the air, folks. Hear this? Engineered cool down that they call geoengineering, which isn't at all. It's not engineering, folks. If anything, it's reverse engineering. It's sending us fucking anywhere but forwards, spraying fucking particulates in the air for nefarious reasons. Woe betide those that are then fucking suffering from off of it. These people doing it don't give a shit. These transhumanists that believe the future is not human tell us that through such fucking World Economic Forums and the Davos fucking clique and the secret fucking societies, etc., folks. But just ask yourself who the real conspiracy theorist is. Because I only deal in facts. I only research facts. I don't go on Google and Wikipedia and look for this stuff. When I get to hear about something, I go to source and try and find the peer-reviewed documentation. And then try and work everything out that needs to be worked out, folks. I have that ability. When people say to me, you weren't educated, you never went to college, you never went to university, struggled to read and write upon leaving fucking school. Well, so what? So what? How many children leave school, college and university or any education with any fucking skill whatsoever? There are people leaving university every fucking year over here with no skill whatsoever, just a piece of paper to say, yes, they've got a diploma. They've thrown the fucking hat up in the air, the mortarboard up in the air, and paid a lot of fucking money and got in debt for a certificate that isn't a skill. I once tried to get onto an open university course. I went to the open day with Debbie. Must be 7 or 8 years ago now, to see if I could get myself onto a course for what I do, for writing books. And I took along some of the stuff that I was doing at the time, and they said to me there and then, these 3 tutors, or whatever you call them, tutors, they said to me that they couldn't help me at all. They didn't know of any system that could help me, and probably I knew more about what I wanted to do and was doing than any university could teach me. So yeah, self-education. Should that be fucking looked down on, frowned upon and fucking sneered at like I get? Well, he's taught fucking self. That means nothing. Yes, it does, folks. It means I'm outside that fucking box of education whereby you fucking... It's a very, very narrow fucking education, folks. It teaches you one set of fucking things and that's it. Once you're outside that fucking box, you can look at everything from all angles and then discern. If nothing else, if I'm not clever or brainy or intelligent, yeah, I was gifted with discernment, folks, and I was gifted with the ability and longevity to stick with fucking something when I find the thing that I'm looking for, folks. So yeah, I never wanted to do them books, I never wanted to do them videos, I never wanted to fucking be on this what they call the world fucking stage, making myself look a twat. But I have no choice. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be and appear to be a fucking doomsayer and a miserable bastard. But the things that I'm learning about, that I'm cataloguing and capturing and preserving and time capsuling, get off the fox shit, lad, can't be ignored. They cannot be ignored, folks. Otherwise, the future generations will have fuck all to go on. I talk to people down here and people I meet when we travel around about Tartaria, and they have no idea. You know, you talk to them about the reason for the pyramids, and they have no idea. They only know what fucking either education or the mainstream media and TV tell them. And more often than not, it's all fucking theory. None of it is fucking fact. These people that tell me we came from monkeys have no idea what they're talking about. Those people that tell me we came from fishes or microbes have no idea. They have no idea about germ theory. Yeah, no idea about it. But they'll spout to me about it, folks. They don't know what exosomes are, yet they'll spout to me about viruses and how they fucking spread from person to person. And how they are scared to fucking death of these things. They know nothing. Because they don't do the research. You know, lots of people tell me, though, I've looked on Google, I've looked it up. That's not research, folks. That's lazy. That's fucking lazy. Absolutely, anyway. You know, just have a think. Those of you that are still not sure, that are sat on the fucking fence, believe me, you know, don't diss that fucking position you sat, yeah? Because on the fence is the best place to be, because you can look around. Stand up on the fence, don't sit down. You'll see more. You'll be able to look all the fucking round, yeah? And pray for discernment, folks. Because once you can discern, it doesn't matter about anything else then. It doesn't. You can just educate yourself and then work things out for yourself, folks. And then you can look at who the true conspiracy theorists are. Yeah? And when you think about theory, think about the word theory, folks. The theory of evolution, the theory of gravity, the theory of this, that and the other. Yeah? There's a reason they're still only at the fucking theory. Yeah. Anyway, that's my rant, my waffle. I'm going to get these dogs back now, give them a treat. And then they're going straight in the shower. They're getting clean dog beds today. They're getting clean bellies and legs. Aren't you, lad? We're going to get you home now and get you clean. After you've had a biscuit. Had a biscuit, lad? Yeah. Right. That's it, folks. But just have a think. And those of you that keep saying to me, you know, take a blue light or a black light out at night to film and see what these filaments that are coming down, that are being rained down upon us, folks, look like under that light. And they don't show up under the black lights I bought. They don't show up under any other light than the the actual torchlights, folks. And these things are in the rain, they're in the snow, they're in the air, they're every fucking where. Yeah, we're ingesting them 24/7. And if you're ingesting them 24/7, folks, well, these planes or these land-based facilities are spewing this stuff out, then there's no detoxing from it. Don't fall for it. Don't fucking buy for it. Me and Debbie's done it for years, yeah? We've tried to detox ourselves as sensibly as possible. And then common sensely one day you just sit down and think, you know, how long's this going to go on for? How is it possible to detox? Especially when you look back on my videos of that shit raining down in the dark in the torchlight, folks. Yeah, and then all of a sudden the realisation and the discernment are very, very, very in your face. There's no detoxing from fucking none of it until it is 100% stopped. Full fucking stop. And where's that stop? I kid ye not. Right, come on, biscuit time. Let's go and see our Debbie.